I just launched my very own dream board game app about a week ago. If you were with us last week, you got the whole backstory on what it is. If you weren't here, I would highly suggest going and fast forwarding through that video. Basically, I'm trying to put together a board game app that kind of does all of the things in which I would like to see from not just an app, but a community platform and a board game discovery platform. And over the last week, a ton has happened. So we're going to go over it. We're going to talk about where we've been. We're going to talk about where we're going and what I need help with right this second. So the week started out of the gates. The reaction was pretty incredible. Honestly, there's plenty of constructive feedback for sure, which is actually the most important. But the encouragement that I got from the community so far has been really, really good. Not to say that everything is hunky-dory and all of the things are perfect. They're absolutely not. But I think there are some like-minded individuals out there that might see the vision, that might kind of understand the mission and are on board with it. And if you are some of those that have said encouraging things, helped out in the app and helped me to debug stuff, I really appreciate it. I've gotten so much more done in the last week than frankly I've done in the last 6 weeks because of your help. But we launched it out of the gates. Reaction was really good. I had a couple hundred people in the app nearly immediately. We'll go over how many are there now in just a second. And immediately my database essentially ran out of its free plan and I had to buy more compute. So already this thing is costing me more money than I was thinking. It was a stupid rookie mistake. So if you were there out of the gates and you're like, hey, this thing's completely broken. I'm not saying it's not completely broken. It does work though now because you can actually, find games in the database. Regardless, that's the way it started happening. I had tons of comments in the Discord. I had tons of feedback that you can actually submit on the app. I still have tons of those. My tick list on things to fix is still there. I also keep getting sidetracked, adding new features as well as they come across, as they feel like they're kind of easy, low-hanging fruit for me to knock out. Regardless, I have a ton of feedback. It doesn't mean I don't need more because there's a lot of future features that I'm highly excited about that I'm going to need your help in kind of constructing and making. I mean, this is a community platform. I want it to work for you all if it's ever going to actually work out. If it doesn't, oh well. Well, let's go over to the app and let's kind of like look at things right now and see where the stats are. All right, here we go. Cardboard Club. This is the new community page. If you were with us last week and you haven't kept up with it, no worries at all. We've added a community page. There's going to be a lot more content on here, but this is basically where we're going to tell our story here for the rest of this video. So far, we have 680 members. This really stalled out over the last couple days. The video stopped getting viewed. Totally fine. And you can see all of your beautiful faces and avatars sitting right here. We've got lots of people, and if you want to be included in this, go add an avatar. I am filtering out all of the people without avatar pics right now. You can, by the way, go do that by going to your settings right here. Anyways, so community stats. So far, we have 1,524 reviews. If you would have asked me a week ago how many reviews I hoped I had, I thought it was going to be like 20. So now we're not up to a BGG yet, where I think there's probably millions and millions of reviews. However, 1,524 in week one, 680 people on the app. I'll take it. I think that's pretty cool. We have 49 lists, 118 plays have been logged, 20 posts have been posted. 360 likes, 160 comments. We will see who the leader is there. I think I know who it is. 72 people have been followed. We got to get that up. I have to enable and make it easier for you all to follow others, because that will be a very important part of connecting and also finding games that you are going to hopefully love in the future. We have had 134 rules conversations. If you don't know, we do have a rules lawyer, AI powered rules lawyer, hooked up to thousands of different rule books. We have 487 games that have been wishlisted. This is all part of the collection feature. 85 games are backed, 9,524 games have been selected as owned. What I would like is to get prices associated with all these games in the future. Right now, I'm assuming it's an average cost of $50, so maybe this is inflated, but collectively, with the people that have added owned games to their collection, we have all spent $476,200. I have also added this cool little heat map. This is interesting just to see kind of where we have members. Now, unfortunately, only 78 have enabled location. Totally get it. It's up to you. You can go enable that in settings as well. Once again, right here, that will be important with connecting you with others. You can also kind of zoom in on your location here and see the other people in your area, which I think is pretty cool. We'll see how populated and diverse we can get this map. Right now, you know, we have representation in North America, South America, Europe, and Australia. I see some New Zealand down there as well. No Africa, Asia, not much in the Canadian area, and nothing in Antarctica yet. Go figure. And then we have leaderboards. This is kind of the precursor to what I'm imagining will be an XP system. I want to find some way to recognize the people that are most active on the app. So far, the most reviews was 58. And actually, I believe this was taken over today from shot in Felidonis at 58 reviews. Lists, we only have 4, but Tabletop Paradox is taking that. Number of plays, Schmitty with 37 has taken me out. Posts, I am the winner. Posts haven't been nearly as popular as I thought. I think posts will, if this thing can actually survive, will be pretty popular because it's just kind of like whatever. You can post whatever you want on there. Pictures, tag games. I guess nobody's really posting to anybody yet because we haven't really made connections on the platform. Regardless, I'd like to see that come up. I'd like to see more likes as well. You know, I think that will also come with people creating more in-depth reviews, more content to actually go through right now, which I'm super thankful for. People are going through really quickly and rating games, not a lot of kind of text on there. That will be part of the XP system. 78 comments, it's me, and then my test account with 32. So I'm killing it on the comments. I would like to see more comments out there for sure. And I am number 1 in followers. I have 18 out of, on my own platform, out of over 600. But I'm still feeling pretty good about that. And then owned games. This was new here. Enki with 303 has currently the biggest collection on the platform. So that's kind of where I am now. So where am I going? I have tons of feature requests, and maybe what I'll do is do some form of voting or upvoting all of the different features to kind of help me focus in on what is going to be important, where I should put my time and effort. I'm the type of person that starts to think, oh, that would be cool, and just go start to do it and ignore some of these other more annoying bugs. So I'm working on knocking all of those things out right this second. Some big picture things. So a couple of things that I'm working on right now are ways in which that you can match with a creator, and also tools in which that will enable creators to be found much easier instead of happening to have to come across your algorithm. I think there's a lot of incredible people, and I find them all the time, and I'm just so surprised that I've never seen so-and-so on YouTube until now, and then I see, wow, they are absolutely incredible. What I would like to do is we're already calculating a match percent between users depending on the things that you've liked in the past. I would like to match you with creators. So if you're a creator and you want to get on the platform and rate games, I would love to match you with people that also have similar likes, and that may help them to kind of find their next favorite creator. I'd also like to create a platform in which creators can really show their work and organize their collection, and in hopes of connecting more deeply with their audience, especially since, you know, YouTube isn't always the best at, you know, promoting the best we have out there. And I think there's a huge opportunity there. So if you're a creator by any chance, and you were just, you know, think that maybe BGG falls flat, or any of the other social media platforms that you use to connect with your audience, let me know what you think would be really cool. So in the background, I have board game database, we have lists, we have posts, we have reviews, all these different things that can connect to your content. I'd love to hear from you, your ideas on what you would absolutely love to have in a board game platform. The other thing is this concept of clubs. If you were in the Discord, I'm asking, what's more important, which is forums or live chat. Forums more of like a BGG or a Reddit, live chat closer to a Discord. And really the poll went basically both. And I agree. Forums are really great for searchable information connected to specific games, and that's something I'm going to be working on. But one of the core tenets to this platform is I want to connect people. I want to personally find more friends. I want to find more friends across the world and in my area as well. And I think live chat really helps with that. So I am developing live chat right this second. The tricky part with live chat is the cost in which to enable it and to do it the right way is really significant. There's not a really great, easy, scalable option that will produce all of the functions that I think would be important in chat. I certainly could do it in a cheaper way, but for this thing to actually have legs and really work, I want to do it the right way. So basically I have a 30-day trial to get chat up and running. So that is a high priority on top of the other bugs. And I want to create clubs. Clubs can surround a specific game, a specific genre. They could surround a specific people group of like tastes. We're going to have all of the data on all of the different components of games that you personally like. What if we were to create clubs based upon that? What if we were to create private clubs where you can just hang out with your buddies and talk games? Think of them like, channels in Discord, but they could be across many different subjects. That's kind of my vision, at least. Very much a Discord style chat interface that connects to Cardboard. This platform is already kind of an impossible dream. I mean, getting people off of BGG or using this in addition to BGG is already going to be very, very difficult. Also, getting people to possibly stop or migrate here from Discord will be impossible as well. But for this thing to really be cool, I think I have to kind of go all out. And that's why I'm thinking clubs would be a really great way to connect with others, and making them flexible enough to be organized around really any subject or grouping of people, public, private, I think would be pretty awesome. So forums as well, more static kind of chat, game based, or, something that will kind of live on into the future in the archives and the record. I think forums will be important as well, but I'm most excited about live chat in clubs. I think next steps is to get the features up on the site, probably on this community page, to let you start to vote on these. I would probably love that. I'm probably going to get a test page up with live chat soon, maybe like a question of the day type thing, so I could really use your help in testing that as well. I'm doing my best to get through all of the feedback you all have already given. There's still plenty there, and I'm going to try to kind of aggregate all of the different feedback, because there's a lot of duplication there, and get that also up on this community page just so you can kind of follow along as we go. So once again, I really appreciate so far anyone that's helped out. If you've watched the other one and maybe you're starting to get interested, I still need help. I still need people coming over, giving me your ideas. This thing will consistently need to be tested because, like I said, I'm probably breaking more and more things. I know I said this before, but I just can't say enough. I am so encouraged by the community that's already popped up here in Discord. It's been really awesome, and it's pretty dangerous because it's gotten me to continue on instead of abandoning this dream and probably moving on to smarter pursuits. But what are you gonna do? Anyways, that is our update. That's after week 1 here with the Cardboard app. I hope to see you in Discord. I hope to continue to chat. We have so many things to work through, so many different decisions to make. If you want to be in on the ground floor and building what I hope is the best board game community in the entire world, go over to that Discord right now. I want to hear from you. With all that said, have a great day. I'll see you soon.